era isn't over yet. So let me ask you this. How does he compare to your former teammate, Michael Jordan?
Let's see. That's been a big debate for a while, huh?
No question.
I just think that if you look at Michael, the body work he's done over the years, you look at LeBron, the body work he's done over the years. How many years? 17 now, going to 18? Michael is the greatest player ever. What was LeBron and Michael? If Michael played in this era, he'll average 50. He'll average 50 points. LeBron's a great talent, no doubt. He's probably one of the top 3 players ever played with Kobe, Magic, Kareem. But Michael's right there. I don't know why you guys discuss the GOAT. Why you discuss the GOAT?
I agree. There's no
why?
And that is not something that he has been prone to do. If anybody would know whether or not that statement is true, it would be you, GP. Your thoughts?
Well, it is true. I think it's a different little era and with them, too. Michael Jordan always took it to a point that he wanted to guard the best player, even with myself. Even if I start talking trash to him, he would always tell Scottie Pippen, look, I'm taking Gary tonight. He would always take the best basketball player on that thing. But I think now in this era, LeBron doesn't want to tire himself out because he does so much on his Cleveland basketball team. It's a difference. Michael Jordan really didn't have a mindset of, I don't care if I do tire myself out, I'm going to go and take this guy because I want to prove to him that I am the better basketball player. I think that LeBron doesn't have that mindset that he wants to do that every night because he knows that he does so much on his team and he has to exert himself so much that he doesn't do it.
But I'm saying to you, Gary, I've never seen him do it. I'm talking about I have never seen a game where LeBron has come out from open and tap and said, you know what, I got him. I'm shutting him down. I've never seen him do it ever.
I haven't seen it neither.
But I am arguing that people don't appreciate how deep into his career LeBron is already. Michael played in college, so he's 21 when he hits the league. He takes 3 years off. By the time he had this many miles on his NBA legs, he was in Washington. Now, in Washington, I was there, and I hosted Around the Horn that whole year. In Washington, I used to see he didn't always take the best defender. Even in Chicago, Scottie also, a lot of the times, because he was such a great defender, took the best guy. I'm just saying, LeBron is asked to do things. The standard for him, partly because he's chasing Jordan, is unrealistic. His 15th season, best player in the league, doing all that on offense. Of course he's not going to guard the best player on defense.
Huge knock on LeBron James that he's not Michael Jordan. He's not a fourth quarter killer. He's everything else except that, and Jordan was so much a killer in the fourth quarter and in the games. I just think that takes it off the table, and we need to move on.
I think LeBron's second to Jordan, but I think it does have to end. I mean, when you're separating the elites, the ultra elites, you nitpick. Little failures here, little achievements here, nuances and stuff like that's how you differentiate. And one guy being undefeated in the finals, the other guy losing 5 times, only winning 3 so far. And we can say that I do believe Golden State was better than any team Jordan played in the finals.
I think the Spurs teams were better than any team MJ played.
But you can't just... LeBron also lost to teams that were worse than his team, like Dallas. I mean, Jordan never lost to a team that was worse than the Bulls.
True.
He never lost to a team as bad as I think that Dallas Mavericks team was.
He never beat a team as good as Golden State 2 years ago.
But he beat everybody who was in his path. Who do you think was a better player? Or Jordan or LeBron?
2 different players from a basketball perspective. 2 totally different players.
True, but
you're picking sides. Who you picking?
Who, I say Michael Jordan.
I want to ask you who you would rather play with, and that's interesting to me that you would pick LeBron. Who would you rather?
I'm going with Jordan.
You'd rather play with Jordan. How come?
Jordan is the greatest player to ever play the game. He demanded so much from his teammates. He may not have elevated his teammates with his passing, although he was a great passer. He elevated his teammates with his demeanor.
Who would you trust more with the ball in crunch time? I know who your answer is going to be for that.
This is no-brainer.
It's MJ.
Right?
He's done it too many times. He's not afraid of the moment. This is what he lived for, to have that ball in crunch time.
By the way, that percentage up there was crazy just now. 50%?
50%.
Come on.
Jordan is the ultimate.
Game-tying or go-ahead shots in the final 24 seconds of the fourth quarter of overtime. MJ was 50%, 9 of 18.
As a kid, this is what I remember as a kid. I just knew when the game was on the line, Jordan is going to bring it home, whether it be at the free throw line, a jumper, or the right pass. You knew Jordan was going to make the right play every single time. LeBron has had other people to bail him out. Kyrie, for instance,
Wait a minute.
last year.
I would not call it bailing him out.
That's bailout. Kyrie brought
bailout.
Kyrie had the ball in his hands the last possession the whole time.
Let me ask you
Did
this.
Steve Kerr ever hit a game-winning shot?
Let me ask you
yes,
this, though.
Steve Kerr did, but
Did
it
that
had
bail Michael out?
Jordan passed it to him.
Who passed
How many
Kyrie the
game
ball?
winners? How many
Kyrie
assists?
brought it.
How many assists does LeBron have for game winners?
No, he doesn't have that many.
Okay, Jordan passed out of necessity. He passed to Craig Hodges. He passed to Steve Kerr, to Paxson in the finals, out of necessity. LeBron will come down and say, "Go ahead, Kyrie."
But that's not
Bring
a
us home."
bailout.
I think he doesn't have that mentality. Now, let me
Okay,
ask
there you
you,
go.
magic
There you
mentality.
go.
he doesn't have that mentality. But let me ask you, who's a better offensive player out of Kyrie and LeBron? Who would you want taking that shot? If you're on that team, because
Kyrie.
Exactly.
Okay.
So Bron being who he is,
Smart.
being smart, knowing that this guy right here give us a better chance of hitting this
But
shot.
I'm the greatest player on the planet. If I'm the greatest player on the planet, why don't I take the shot and make it?
I'm never comparing legacy.
Okay.
So legacies are completely different. LeBron's not done yet. Michael Jordan undefeated in NBA Finals. I'm not comparing the nostalgia of Michael Jordan. Like Mike, I get that we were all raised like that. You cannot tell me in a one-on-one game, though, that LeBron James wouldn't dominate Mike.
Did you just say into a microphone that LeBron James would beat Michael Jordan
In a one-on-one match.
One-on-one?
LeBron James is 6'9", 260. He moves like a guard. He moves like a guard. He defends like a guard.
And winner take out?
Yeah, winner takes ball.
Winner take out.
Winner takes ball.
Okay, no, that one. So
Why would it never happen?
Because Michael Jordan was all defensive first team 9 times.
Okay.
LeBron James was 5 times.
Okay.
Michael Jordan led the league.
That's longevity
I'm
of career.
going to answer your question.
Okay.
So Michael Jordan led the league in scoring 10 times.
Okay.
10. LeBron James led the league in scoring 1.
Okay.
So I'm talking about a guy who's been the best offensive player and the best defensive. But we're talking about mano on mano.
Yes.
That means that Michael Jordan had that championship instinct, that killer, that he didn't have to go learn it from Pat Riley and Dwayne Wade. He had it.
But it's not about how you learned it. It's about the fact that once you finally have it, you use that in your arsenal, right, Jay?
Right. You're saying that he didn't always have it.
He didn't always have it.
Correct.
That's okay, though. I'm not doing this.
I'm going to take the guy that always had it.
What were
the
you
guy
thinking?
I saw make a jump shot and
correctly.
I saw the guy that win a championship in college that had it then. The guy that had it in the league his entire career.
Wait a second.
And
Wait
you
a
talking
second.
about? Hold on. One other thing.
Okay,
One other thing. You talking about who I can't even talk. So Michael Jordan. let me tell you some of the people that people forget Michael Jordan played against. He was dominating the league when they had a Celtics dynasty, when they had a Lakers dynasty, when the bad boy Pistons were there.
Yep.
Who's the best opponent LeBron James has gone against?
These Warriors.
Okay.
Kevin Durant.
Before that.
Spurs. I mean, Tim Duncan.
Exactly. Exactly. And how did that end up?
Wait a second, though.
Oh, I know.
So I'm talking about individually one-on-one, and I hear what you're saying.
You're talking about a freak of force of nature
yes,
versus.
I'm talking about who he is athletically. You've never seen anybody like that who can move quickly on the perimeter, laterally, and defend Michael Jordan. Like he has Michael by 25 pounds and is quicker than Michael.
There are a lot of people that have
Jay
height
Rose,
and weight.
Do not
attributes.
misconstrue the fact that just because he hasn't led the league in scoring 9 times, that LeBron James doesn't have a dominant mentality. He's just a different player when it's 5-on-5.
LeBron is bigger. LeBron is more massive and stronger than Michael Jordan.
Quicker.
But Michael Jordan is the only player other than Akeem Olajuwon that I've been on the court and was like, he's the best player on the offensive side and the best player on the defensive side. Just because you see LeBron James going between the leg and behind the back and throwing left-hand passes against Terry Rozier, don't think he's going to be doing that against Michael Jordan.
You're saying you don't think LeBron is the best offensive player and the best defensive player on the court when he plays?
No. Defensive? No.
You cut them off.
No.
Playing against him and MJ, I think, for me, it's MJ all day long, only because how I played against him, and, MJ just had everything, from mid-range to three-point to post-up game, and he could score and dominate in each position. LeBron is dominant. LeBron could do so many things on the floor. And
do you think LeBron's a better all-around player than Jordan?
It's hard. That's hard to say because LeBron is probably one of the best passers that the league has seen. MJ is probably the weakest part of his game. He didn't pass a lot, but at the same time, MJ didn't have any other weaknesses in his game. And defensively, he was a two-way player. Defensively, he was incredible and just as dominant.
But when I look at it, and I look at it from the detail as a player, as an ex-player, they're two totally different players. LeBron is a facilitator. LeBron initiates. LeBron will do things that I don't think Jordan was asked to do, but more importantly, I don't think he had to do it. LeBron will initiate the offense. He'll score a little bit. He'll rebound a little bit. He'll do all the things within the team. Michael Jordan was a scorer first, second, and third. He was a phenomenal finisher of the game. And what I mean, because he had no weakness in his game. When he played the game, especially in the fourth quarter, we refer to him as a three-dimensional player. He's either going to score, he's going to get fouled, or he was going to go to the free throw line and make the 2 free throws. Jordan was the best. He was just three-dimensional in every way, every phase of the game, especially coming down the stretch. I think LeBron in this year's playoff run, I thought he has done a much better job than he has in years past at being a finisher. Without question, I want to say this about both. LeBron James is this generation's best player. And I think Jordan was clearly that generation's best player. Now, who's the best? I think I'm biased. I would say Michael Jordan, just because mentally what he was able to do, and I knew him. Michael Jordan is not going to back away from any level of competition or any player that comes up. I think LeBron James would meet the challenge because he will pose some problems for a player like a Jordan, any player, because he's 6'8", 260. But I would have loved to seen the matchup. But I'm going to say Michael Jordan without question.
The surface, someone would say LeBron is easier to build a team around. But let me remind you that Michael Jordan, because Michael Jordan's a scorer, yeah, you're right. But Michael Jordan, the first time he played with a single other All-Star, Scottie Pippen, who, by the way, greatly benefited by scrimmaging against Michael Jordan, right? That's part of what made Pippen Pippen. But the first time Pippen played as an All-Star, he made an All-Star team, was also the first time Jordan played with a single other All-Star. They lost in Game 7 to the Pistons because Pippen begged out with a migraine.
Max, why you keep saying he played with one other All-Star? How many All-Stars did LeBron play with in 2007 when he took Cleveland Cavaliers to the finals?
He took him to the finals and lost. Since then, he's played with multiple All-Stars every year.
With lesser talent, Max. Right? With lesser talent. Pippen is top 50.
When he linked up with Wade, Wade was top 5.
Time. Zydrunas Ilgauskas is nowhere near the caliber player Pippen was.
But hold on. We're not talking about the first go-round with the Cavs. We're talking about after he left the Cavs and went to Miami. Dwayne Wade was a top 5 player when they linked up, at least perceived that way. Chris Bosh was a perennial all-star. He went to Cleveland. They had Kyrie Irving and then got Kevin Love. The first time Jordan linked up with one all-star, he never looked back.
Who became top 50 of all
Jordan needed more
time?
around him is not right.
Who became top 50 of all time? One of the best perimeter defensive players in history.
Has LeBron elevated the play of other parts around him, or did they have to sacrifice their game? The Kevin Loves, the Chris Boshes of the world and others. Did they have to sacrifice the game because LeBron was there with them?
I think they sacrificed, but listen, if you team up with other stars, somebody got to sacrifice. D-Wade sacrificed for LeBron. Was D-Wade taking over those games? Who they was giving the ball to?
Which games? In Miami?
Yes. Who was closing out the games?
They would give it to LeBron, and LeBron would play the role of facilitator, and D-Wade would close. LeBron James always preferred being that way. Sacrifice is when you don't want to do something, but you're willing to do it for the better whole. LeBron has always been LeBron. Other people had to take different roles that they may have not wanted to take because of him. That is fact. That is fact. Tell me I'm lying.
It's also,
no, you're right.
It's also
male or female, whoever tells you that MJ is not as good as LeBron.
I'm just going to say this. Any media person that I see in person for the rest of my life, who try to tell me LeBron James is good as Michael Jordan, I'm just going to slap the hell out of him right on the spot. Right on the damn spot. No question asked. The next person who walks up to me and say, LeBron James, who is amazing, as good as Michael Jordan or competes like Michael Jordan, I'm just going to slap the hell out of you right on the spot, and I'm going to take my chances with the judicial system.
Michael Jordan or LeBron James, better, who are you going with?
Well, I'm going to go with Michael Jordan. Okay. But statistically, LeBron James is a better basketball player. And here's why. He fills the stats up across the board, night in and night out. You're talking about a kid who can easily average a triple-double if he chooses to. I don't think Michael Jordan had that option.
You don't think he had that option?
No.
He could have done that, especially with you?
No.
Especially with you?
It's not his demeanor.
Okay.
It's not his demeanor as a player. That's like me telling you that Kobe Bryant could have averaged a triple-double.
Kobe will tell you he could have anytime he wanted to.
Yes, but that's not what Kobe wants to do. Kobe wants to score.
Well, let me ask you this, Scottie Pippen. When it comes time to close, who you want? You gotta pick one, okay? Who you going with, Scottie? Who you go? I'm talking about a 6-time champion who's never, ever, ever lost an NBA Finals. Who, by the way, never even allowed a series to go 7 games.
Right.
You were right there. How is it that you talk about Michael Jordan like LeBron James is in the same sentence as him? Why do you do that? Michael Jordan have done in this era.
Oh, he would have killed. He would have killed. But a lot of guys would have killed in this era because it's a different game. Defensively, it's different. The physicality of the game is different. I appreciate watching a guy like LeBron because night in and night out, he plays the game the right way. He's not the greatest scorer that we've ever seen. He's not a guy that goes out of his way to try to be a scorer. He plays the game the right way, and he's a willing passer. And I love the way that guys play that way.
By the way, you love him dearly.
I play that way.
You love him dearly, but he's not MJ.
No, he's not MJ.
Well, there's hope for you after all, Scott.